Okay. Greetings and welcome back, Nuclear Dad Gang. This is episode 6. We're getting up there. We're cranking them out. This one is going to be... This is kind of like a secret, right? This is stuff that we don't really talk about. This isn't really about marriage, but it's about us. And this is about why we cheat. Some men have never cheated in their life. Some men are chronic cheaters. Whoever you are, wherever you fit, no judgment. But there may be women who listen to this, who want to know why we cheat. So men, I hope you're not upset, but I am going to spill the beans because they need to know. Maybe they can prevent you from cheating. And sometimes they can't because, women have this saying, once a dog, always a dog. Once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't know if that's true because I'm not a cheater. But if you are, or if you have cheated in the past and you're a man, I hope I don't ruffle any feathers. I know why men cheat. We're visual creatures. We see something and we want to touch it. That's just how it goes. I have 2 sons, and I could give them clear instructions. Hey, it's time to go to school. Get up. Let's wash our face. Let's brush our teeth. Use the potty. Let's get dressed. Let's eat breakfast. Put your shoes on. Put your jacket on. Grab your book bag. Grab your lunch. Head out the door. Simple, right? But in the process of getting up, I'll hear how they don't want to get up, how they're still tired, even though they got like 12 hours of sleep. Let's go in the bathroom. Brush your teeth. Somebody climbs into the tub. Somebody hides behind the radiator. Somebody hides behind the sink. Someone wraps himself up in the shower curtain. All kinds of shenanigans. Time to get dressed. Somebody finds a random toy laying somewhere. They pick it up. They play with it. 30 minutes goes by. Everybody's still in their underwear. I get them dressed, get them downstairs, get their breakfast in front of them. They're fighting over who gets to hold the remote. The TV's not even on, but they're fighting over who gets to hold the remote. They finally eat breakfast. Let's get your shoes on. They'll go to where the shoes are, and they'll sit down and start playing with the shoes. Or there's a toy with them, and they need help getting on the shoes because they're not using 2 hands. Let's get our jacket on. Somebody's got the jacket, and they're using it as a cape, and they're running around the living room playing superhero. Get the jacket on. Let's get out the house. Get out the house. Let's go down the steps. Somebody's playing on the porch because there's a toy out there. Get them in the car. Let's put your seatbelt on. Somebody takes 3 minutes to sit down properly to even put the seatbelt on. I have to turn the car on and threaten to move it. And then they sit down and they put on the seatbelts. Said all that to say, it starts from the time that we're children. We're fascinated visually. We see something that we like, and sometimes we can't control ourselves. Different men have different levels of discipline. That is internal. You can't always change that about a person. But I digress. Some men cheat, some men don't. I don't have the stats or demographics, nor am I going to look up the types of men that cheat and the cultural backgrounds. I'm not going to get into that. I do know that I was a rapper, and there was a famous rapper, calls himself Uncle. He's from the West Coast, goes by the name of Dizzle, D-O-double Jizzle. Know what I'm talking about? That guy. He told us back in the 90s, we don't love these hoes, right? But how does that count when you're married? Because I was told you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. So if you marry somebody, obviously she's not a hoe. So what's the antithesis of what he said? You gotta love her. If she ain't a hoe, you gotta love your wife, right? So why would you cheat on somebody you love? And then you have some arguments that we're not meant to be monogamous. I had a buddy years ago to just say, man, we're just animals. You're supposed to find and lay down with anything that we can because you only get a limited amount of erections. And you got to use them all up before you can't use it anymore. That's how some people think. Me, being a massage therapist for 20 years, I never had a problem being monogamous because most men fantasize about touching a naked woman. And this is not a perv comment, but I literally get paid to touch naked women. So why would I want to mess up a relationship when I'm going to work tomorrow? And I get conversation, and we're social creatures. We need to talk and we need to touch. Doesn't necessarily mean we have to be intimate. So I think being in my profession has saved me, has saved women that I've been with from having their heart broken, because I never had the urge to try to lay down with every woman that I saw, because I see more women in the average day than the average man. Makes sense, right? So I'm in a huge advantage when it comes to relationships. I get the conversation from dozens of women weekly, and then I get the intimacy from my partner daily or weekly or whenever we decide to do what we do. But I understand the attraction that men have to women. We are visual creatures. I'll acknowledge a large majority of my clients are beautiful. But this is old school pimping. I want your mind and your money, baby. I don't want your body. I'd rather just put these hands on you, make you feel good, get my money, get my tip, preferably cash, send you home to do what you do. But there are some women who, if you are of the Christian faith, they have the Jezebel spirit. And that's a real thing. And some of these women will set you up. Some of these women will prey on the fact that you are, for me, that you are in a profession and you build these intimate connections with people. Fun fact, I had a client years ago, over a decade ago, older Caucasian woman, and I would see her regularly, once a month, sometimes a couple times a month. And then she just disappeared. And I didn't think anything of it because people come and go, right? So there was this store called Chico's that I would always hear. Now, I worked in a highly affluent area at the time. And all of these rich housewives, they would always talk about Chico's. I had never been in Chico's. So one day I had a couple extra bucks in my pocket. I got some nice tips. I had like $200 in my pocket from tips. So I decided I'll go into Chico's and see what they have and see if I want to buy a gift for the woman I was seeing at the time. Now, while I'm in there, I see this lady that I hadn't seen in a while. And I say, hey, let's call her Tammy. Hey, Tammy, how are you? How you been? And she says, oh my God. And she's touching my arms. She gives me an extra long hug, and I can smell the alcohol on her. Now, it's like 1 in the afternoon, and I'm like, this lady is sauced up early in the day. And I said, where you been? I haven't seen you in a while. And she says, oh, I can't come back there anymore. I thought she had a problem with management. I said, why? What happened? Why can't you come back to the spa? She said, she whispered to me, my husband and I were making love, and I accidentally called him Ernest. Ernest is my name. I said, okay, you have a good day. Turn around, walked out, didn't buy anything, ducked back into work. Flash forward, a couple weeks later, I have a client. I come out to the waiting room. Who is it but Tammy? I play it cool because that's what players do. I bring her in the room. Say, hey, what do you want to work on? She said, oh, my neck, my shoulders, my back. Okay. Get comfortable. Get undressed. Get under the linens. I'll be back in 3 minutes. I leave. She takes her clothes off. She gets under the linens. Normal protocol. I knock on the door. She says, come in. Meaning she's ready. She's under the She's under the linens on the table. We can start the massage. So I get in. I start working on her. She's, right? And then I said, I thought you couldn't come back here to see me anymore. Thought your husband banned you. She said, yeah, but he's out of town on business. Man, I got so quiet. I didn't say another word to this lady because I knew it was a setup. I was working in an area where there was not a lot of dark-skinned men, if you catch my drift. One of those neighbors would have seen me. Somebody would have called the husband because she was trying to get me back to her house. I understand the game. That's why I got quiet. I didn't want to know when he was coming back. I didn't know where he went. I didn't want to know anything. I wanted to know how much longer do I have until this massage is over, because I want to get this lady off of my table, out of my room, and out of the building, because I'm not stupid. And when it was over, I had a cup of water for her waiting at the front desk, and I left. And I waited until I was sure she was gone, and then I came back in. And I never saw her again. That's how it goes. Jezebels are real. So one of the reasons men cheat is just because of the allure. Women may be attracted to them, and they may just throw the kitty cat at them. And some men are just too foolish to turn it down. I'm not one of those men. I don't think with the wrong head. Some men, unfortunately, ladies, they can't control it. So you better keep your man satisfied, or Tammy will. But these women out here, Chris Brown said these hoes ain't loyal. Snoop Dogg said he don't love these hoes. Michael Jackson told you about Dirty Diana. All right, that was Dirty Diana by Michael Jackson, the King of Pop. You don't know how long I've been waiting to work Dirty Diana into an episode. One of my favorite songs. I don't know if it's the guitar riffs. I don't know. It's MJ, man. It's hard not to like anything this guy makes. I wasn't a big Prince fan. They were both effeminate, but Prince's voice was just too... Nah, I can't do it. I want no man moaning in my ear, making them high-pitched squeaks, and nah. I'm cool with it. No, I'm good. I'm good with all of that. No Prince over here. Respect to him, because Prince changed the game. He was definitely saying some things that artists needed to hear. He definitely held the labels accountable and made sure that other artists knew that they were the star, that the labels needed them. So shout out to Prince, but I'm getting off subject. That was Dirty Diana by Michael Jackson. Okay. My voice is still a little hoarse. So I realized that when I try to do the see, I still can't do it. I'm still hoarse. But you get it, right? Jamon. I could do that. Jamon. So we know that sometimes men cheat just because they can. Because women want what other women have, right? So being married, there's a lot more women who are more flirtatious when they know that I'm married. And I think that's for all men. And sometimes, lady, it's your girlfriends that want your man. Sometimes it ain't no random girl on the street. Sometimes it's the girl that you going out having mimosas with. Older women, it's the girls you playing bridge with. You better watch them. Time's out there mowing the lawn, come in sweating, chest hairs poking through that V-neck. You better watch Mildred. She got her eyes on him. She's looking at the way he mowed that lawn and trim those hedges. She want to get her hedges trimmed. Watch them. It's the ones close to you always. But, let's get into this article on marriage.com. This is from May 18th, 2022. Very, very recent, by Rachel Pace, expert blogger. And it has 50.4 thousand reads. So people are interested in this. So in the article, she talks about how common is cheating, what are the signs of a man who is cheating, do all men cheat, 30 reasons why men cheat, and her takeaways. So let's skim through it. Cheating is when one partner betrays the other partner's trust and breaks the promise of maintaining emotional and sexual exclusivity. Being cheated by someone you love very dearly can be devastating. People who get cheated on suffer enormously. Can you imagine how it must feel when a person gets cheated on and lied to by their partner, with whom they had dreamt of spending their entire lifetime with? They feel enraged, disappointed, and broken. The first thing that comes to their mind when they get cheated is, why did this happen? What made their partners cheat? How common is cheating? Both men and women cheat. Statistics reveal that more men than women have confessed to having extramarital affairs. So, what percentages of people cheat? If you ask what percentages of men cheat and what percentages of women cheat, it's not surprising that men are 7% more likely to cheat than women. Again, men are visual, women are emotional. Men can see it, go get it. Women, you got to build a connection. What are the signs of a man who is cheating? Any mistake is not too big to be forgiven in a relationship, but infidelity taints a relationship and it can scar the victim for life. Although infidelity is not restricted to a particular gender, this section tends to focus on the signs of cheating men. First sign, your friends notice. If you have friends who have reported about your partner with someone you have no idea about, it could be one of the signs of a cheating man. However, it is important to confront your partner and know the whole truth before arriving at any conclusions. There's a mismatch in things. When a man cheats, he says something and the actions don't add up to it, and this can be alarming. You can also notice a change in routines. Once he begins lying, it's hard to keep up with the act. He gets irritated a lot. If he is quick to get irritated and he is getting irritated a lot, this is only because he is losing his patience for you and could be finding interest in someone else. This also affects the effort he puts into the relationship. The communication has decreased. Your man doesn't communicate as much as he used to, which is a glaring sign of him losing interest in you. On the one hand, it could be stress or worry, but on the other hand, the guilty reason could be that he is scared to confront you. He rarely talks about his life outside of the home. Considering men who have affairs have a lot of fishy things going on in his life, they have little to disclose because they know the more they speak, the more they will be trapped in their web of lies. So rather than fabricating stories, they prefer to stay silent. Do all men cheat? So, what could be the top reasons? Why do people cheat in a relationship? Why do people cheat on the people they love? And can men be faithful? There could be a lot of reasons why men cheat, depending on their circumstances, their intent, their sexual preferences, and many more. If you are a victim who is contemplating reasons for infidelity in marriage, you could be perturbed and can have thought like this: do all men cheat, or just most men? It would be really unfair to label only men as cheaters. It's not just men. Every human being has a strong desire for self-gratification. But if the needs for self-gratification exceed the love and intimacy a person is getting from a relationship, it can lead to infidelity. The statistics confirm that men are more likely to cheat than women, but it is far from revealing that all men cheat. 30 reasons why men cheat in a relationship. Women may find themselves tormented by the question, why does this happen? Why do married men cheat? Why is he cheating? It's my woman's voice. It is not just about fleeting flings. Many times women find their husbands carrying on long-standing affairs and wonder about the reasons for cheating and seeking attention outside of the marriage. Why do people cheat in their relationships? To their relief, 30 relationship experts answer this question below to help you understand the reasons why guys cheat. Men cheat due to lack of maturity. Men cheat when they are made to feel inadequate. Men feel ashamed about their desire for pleasure. Men sometimes have an intimacy disorder. Men cheat because they have an intimacy disorder. Oh, this is the same thing. Okay. Men cheat because they have an intimacy disorder. Men cheat because they choose to. Men cheat due to selfishness. Men cheat due to lack of appreciation. Men seek love and attention. They want to feel appreciated. Men need their ego stroked. Men become delusional with their marriage. Men cheat if they have a sexual addiction. Men desire adventure. Men cheat for various reasons. Variety, boredom, the thrill of the hunt, the danger of an affair. Some men have no idea. Some have no moral code for marriage. Some have an inner drive or a need for attention. Their partner has a low sex drive or they're not interested. Their marriage is collapsing. They're unhappy with their partner. Their partner isn't who they used to be. She gained weight. The wife nags too much and is trying to change him, or she is a quote-unquote ball buster. Better sex with someone who understands them better. The chemistry is gone. From an evolutionary perspective, they weren't designed to be monogamous. I said that. It's just skin to skin. It's just sex, baby. Because they feel entitled like they can. Men cheat because of the darkness in their hearts. Damn, who wrote this? Lust, pride, the enticements of an affair, personal frustrations with their partner or with their life. Oh, Eric Gomez. I thought there was a woman that wrote that. Damn. Men cheat for avoidance, culture, and value. Men cheat when their partners are unavailable. Men cheat when there is a lack of intimacy. Men cheat when there's a lack of admiration. Men cheat for ego inflation. Infidelity is a crime of opportunity. Men cheat when they feel their woman is unhappy. Men cheat as an emotional element is missing in their relationship. Men cheat when they don't feel valued. Men cheat when they cannot connect with themselves. Men cheat when their needs are not met. Men miss being adored, admired, and desired. Men cheat when they feel unacknowledged. Different circumstances under which men cheat. I ain't reading that. The modern romantic idea is the cause for infidelity. Men seek novelty. I will read her takeaway. Now that you know the various reasons why men cheat and lie, you must make an honest effort to take care of the critical aspects to save your marriage. Of course, you can do nothing if it's done deliberately by your husband to get rid of you or to hurt you. But in other cases, when you know that your husband is a great person, try to cultivate a deeper bond, friendship, and love. No man in his right mind will want to ruin a relationship that offers him all of this and more. These pieces are useful advice and will help women identify the reasons why men cheat and perhaps give them some insight into how men think and what they can do to prevent them from cheating. Listen here, darling. If a man's going to cheat, he's going to cheat. I know men that cheat on great women. They do all of these things, and sometimes they cheat. And I don't know if it's for the darkness in their hearts. I just know men are visual, physical creatures. And sometimes they don't have it in them to remain faithful. The intention isn't always to hurt you. Now, you got some real shady types, some real vindictive dudes that will cheat on you to hurt you. I know some dudes like that. And they'll get upset if you cheat back. It's crazy, I know. But, you know, that is the God's honest truth. I don't know who's writing this stuff. It sounds a little one-sided. And I'm not defending people who cheat. I'm just saying that men don't cheat for all of these crazy reasons. The darkness in their heart. And it's usually they see something nice and they want to have a little fun. They want to frolic. But more often than not, the article was right when they said men feel unappreciated. They don't feel respected. They don't feel admired. They feel like, you know, they're just a guy that takes out the trash and pays the bills. And then you have some men who are of the ideology that, listen, I'm the breadwinner. I can do what I want. Some women have an unspoken agreement with their marriage. Some women know that their men are out there fooling around. But you know what? They're happy at home. He doesn't bring the dirt to the house. The bills are paid. He has a good job. She has a nice car. Now, I'm not saying these women are always happy, but sometimes they have an unspoken rule. They have an unspoken agreement. She knows. She may have found the lipstick on his collar, She may not be happy about it. She may even have something going on the side. I'm not saying every marriage is great. But what I'm saying is, we mess up sometimes, fellas. So if you have been in a situation where you've done something that you're not necessarily proud of, we got 3 options. You confess up, tell your wife the truth. You're going to devastate her. Go to counseling, get some help. You could not do anything and keep on cheating and take it to your grave. Or you could stop and never say a word to your wife and appreciate her for who she is. And work on yourself and work on your marriage. Work on that darkness in your heart. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm not a relationship expert. I just know that I want to stay married. And I love my wife. And I know a lot of you guys are out there too. And some people listening to this like, what's he talking about? Some people probably clicked off by now. That's cool. There's probably some women listening to this like they want to get a man's perspective. And I'm telling you the God's honest truth. Sometimes, ladies, it's you. I hate to say it. But, you know, it's like when you go to college, they talk about the freshman 15. Well, I know sometimes when you've been married for 10, 20, 30 years, it's like the freshman 50. Gain a little weight. Hair's not always done. You know, you're not dressed like you were when you were dating because you're not going out on a date. You're not trying to look your best. You know, my wife sometimes says, you were such a gentleman before, you know, when we first got together. And I say, yeah, that's because I was trying to get what you had. I got it. I don't need to be nice anymore. And I say it jokingly, but there is some truth to that. Sometimes, ladies, when we get you, you know, sometimes fellas, when you get your girl, you don't try as hard. But I'm challenging you to try as hard and go beyond. Don't give her any reason to think that you are cheating. And if you ever did cheat or if you ever thought about cheating, get it out of your head and treat her right. Because that is your wife, that's the mother of your kids, and she deserves a little bit more love and respect. That's just how I feel. How do you feel? All right, that was Love You Better by James Todd Smith, aka Ladies Love Cool J, aka LL Cool J. One of the longest hip-hop recording artists to, the longest recording hip-hop recording artist, right? Guy had a super long career, and then he was in crazy movies. He was in one of them CSIs or NCISs. I don't know. He had a long career, though. I think him and Ice Cube probably were the most successful as far as branching off. And Ice-T, can't forget Ice-T. Jay-Z's, I guess, the richest, but I digress because some people listening to this don't even know who any of those guys are. But we're talking about why men cheat. And I'm going to read one more article because, like I said, I'm going to try to condense this. This is from a man's perspective. This guy's name is Pardeep Sangha. I want to say he's Indian. He sounds Indian, but I don't know. I don't want to judge this guy. But it's spelled P-U-R-D-E-E-P. Pardeep Sangha. This is from November 21st, 2020. He says, being a high performance and business coach for successful male executives and entrepreneurs, you may be wondering why I'm writing about the topic, why men cheat. The reason is because your marriage has a significant impact on your career and business results. The quality of your marriage also determines whether you feel like the complete man or more like the incomplete man. Your marriage is a direct reflection of you. Although I do not condone cheating, I know that even good men cheat. Some of my good friends have cheated on their wives, and these are good guys with good values who would do anything for their families. I've even considered cheating on my wife when things weren't going well in my relationship. I never would, But I know that feeling when you feel like you're stuck. Cheating is truly uncomfortable because it hurts everyone who is involved. If you've considered it, it doesn't make you a bad guy, it just makes you human. Remember that your character is the most important element of being a man. You have to determine what character you want to have and live with for the rest of your life. Every man has to have a code. We'll get into that on the next episode. That rhymed. Why men stay in crappy relationships. If you consider cheating, you have two options: cheat or don't cheat. Cheating only happens if you stay in a relationship. If you decide to leave an unfulfilling relationship first, it's not cheating. You've just moved on. The problem is that many men who cheat haven't moved on. You hang on to your relationship even if it's not fulfilling you. In fact, 8 out of 10 men I work with tell me that they are not fulfilled in their marriage. That is a surprisingly high number, although I am no longer surprised when a man tells me he's not happy. Men, for the most part, have good intentions and want to do what's right. That is why they stay in their marriage. Here are the main reasons why men stay in unfulfilled marriages. You want to do what's right. You want to be a good man with good values. You feel the pressure from society to stay in a marriage because divorce is a strike against your character. You have strong faith or belief in making it work. You don't want your kids to grow up in a broken home. You don't want another man raising your kids. You don't want to lose half your wealth in a divorce. I've heard a lot of dudes say that. You want to work deep down. You want it to work. You truly care about your wife and you don't want to hurt her. Whatever your reasons are for staying in a relationship, just realize that you're teaching your kids the same exact behavior. Your behavior will likely influence the outcome of their future relationships, good or bad. I'm going to put a pause right there. I am a man. I'm a Christian. I don't believe in divorce. So I feel like even if the relationship is bad, it doesn't mean it has to stay bad. But if there's proper communication, I think you can work through anything. I haven't been through everything, but I don't believe in divorce. So I'm going to dismiss some of what he's saying for my own personal reasons. However you take this, it's how you take it. Me personally, I believe in the man upstairs. He made man for the woman, woman for the man. That's my wife for life. You don't like it? Let's fight. Why men cheat. Now let's get straight to why you may be considering cheating or why you may already have. The main reason why men cheat is because they are not getting what they need from their relationship. Bottom line, you are a creature of emotions and needs. You have desires that need to be met. If they aren't, it's natural to want it elsewhere. The key is to be open with your wife about what you need and communicate it in a mindful and respectful way. Two people are in a marriage to meet each other's needs. In fact, marriage is a commitment to meet each other's needs. Yeah, sickness and health, for better or worse. Or worse. Remember that. Here are the fundamental reasons why men cheat. Lack of sexual fulfillment, the need to desire someone or the need to be desired, aka the hunt. I told you we're hunters, baby. Not being respected in your relationship, being controlled, not being accepted for being who you are, lack of emotional connection, lack of appreciation, when you lost the connection with your spouse. Good or bad, there's always reasons behind a cheating man. The impact of cheating. Yes, there are men out there who just lack respect for their wife and relationship, and it's easy for them to cheat. But for the vast majority of men, cheating is extremely difficult. If you cheated, you may carry around a burden like no other. I've seen men crumble after cheating because they couldn't look themselves in the mirror. It's not a pretty sight. Think really hard before you make the choice to cheat, but also think harder about staying in a relationship that isn't going to give you what you want. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read through this. This guy's a jerk. You only live once and you desire to be happy in your relationship. You also realize that it doesn't make you bad for having thoughts of cheating. It's your actions that count, not your thoughts. Well, Christ said, if you lust in your heart, you committed the act. So obviously this dude is not a Christian. That's why I follow that book, man. It ain't gonna steer you wrong. I know we got a lot of other stuff going on out here, other streams of thought, other religious doctrine and all of that. I'm not gonna get into that, but I don't prescribe to some of what this man is saying because a lot of it sounds selfish. Oh, if you're not fulfilled, man, shut up. Listen. You made the choice to commit to this woman. Now, if this lady's trying to kill you, yes, get away. If she's unreasonable, you got to figure something out. If she's domineering, you got to figure something out. But I'm not advocating you leave. I'm not advocating divorce. That's not what I do here. That's not what the nuclear dad is about. It's about the preservation of the nuclear family, for better or worse. You agreed to that. This is what we signed up for. So with that being said, remember to stay focused. Remember to stay vigilant. Remember your mission. Remember to stay on course. Last but not least, remember, stay cool.